welcome back again to my channel. This is What's Cooking at Gloria's Kitchen. For today's recipe, we are going to learn how to prepare the perfect, softest, delicious chapati. Please stay tuned. So here I have my bowl. It has some flour. It's around a half a kilogram of flour. It's not self-raising, just plain flour. So to that I've added some salt. It's around 2 teaspoons of salt, and to that I'm going to add some vegetable cooking oil. So this actually, the quantity depends on the amount of flour that you're going to use. If you want to prepare a small amount of chapati, then you need small amount of flour, small amount of salt, and also vegetable cooking oil. So I'm going to rub my vegetable cooking oil together with the salt in the flour. Then to that I'm going to add very hot water. This is boiling hot water. Then I'm going to mix it together. Yeah, today my niece is helping me to prepare the chapati. So we are going to continue mixing the flour with the hot water. Be careful, it's very hot. You might burn your fingers. So you're going to use maybe a wooden spoon to help you mix the flour, or you can just use a spoon. So we are going to add the hot water gradually until we have a dough. So we are going to add the water, small quantity at a time, so that we don't have a sticky dough. So the hot water is very hot, so be careful. It's very hot. If you find it very hot, you can add at least a few mils of cold water, so that you are going to be comfortable when you're mixing the flour. But make sure you do not put in a lot of water, so that your dough becomes quite sticky. Just mix as you continue watching, so that you do not over put in the water. Yeah, I mean, so that you don't put in a lot of water inside. So we found out that the water was very hot, so we decided to put in a little bit of cold water, so that you can be able to make the dough, yeah? To mix it properly and not get our fingers burnt. So this takes a while, so be patient with it. So continue mixing and bringing the flour together into a dough. Now we've started the kneading process. We're gonna add some few tablespoons of vegetable cooking oil as we continue with the kneading process. So there we go. the vegetable cooking oil. We're going to add it on top. Then we're going to continue kneading our dough. We're going to add also a few tablespoons again of the vegetable cooking oil. We've decided to move to a little a place where my niece can be able to knead properly, because the countertop was a bit high for her and she's very short, so she decided to use a stool for that. So continue kneading your dough, and I'm telling you guys, you need to be patient. Continue using your energy, your wrist. Yeah, this is going to take a while, but if you're using a small amount of flour, then the process might be shorter, but that dough was a lot, so it takes more energy. So our dough is ready. We've divided it into 2 pieces. So we're going to start with the first piece. We've floured our countertop. Now we're going to use our rolling pin. We're going to roll this dough out. As you can see, our dough is not that sticky. It's not a sticky dough. It's firm and soft because we've used quite some time on kneading it. We've used around 10 minutes. You need to be patient and take a little more time on the kneading process so that the dough can be a little bit softer. Yeah. So we're going to roll this dough into a circular shape. Do not mind the edges. Then you're going to add some vegetable cooking oil on top. You're going to spread this out. You can use your hands or you can use a spoon. Just make sure that the oil is spread all throughout the dough. Then when you finish now, we are going to start another process, the cutting step. Now you're going to cut into small pieces, vertical pieces, horizontally. Yeah? Just divide it into some shapes, rectangular shapes. Then we're going to roll it together into a ball. Yeah? In Swahili we call this tabaki. So it's the process of making tabaki. Yeah, so we're going to put flour on the counter so that our dough may not stick on the countertop. So continue rolling it into the tabaki. Just find a place to place it, but the place should be dusted with flour, because if not, it's going to stick. So we're going to continue this process until we finish the dough that has been cut. As you can see on the side, I have some small pieces of the dough. We are trying to make sure that every chapati is the same size, approximately the same size. That's why if you find it's a little bit small, then we take the dough on the side, we add it on top. If it's a little big, we cut it and put it on the side. So that is the dough that we are left with. Now we are going to take our second piece of the dough. We are going to flour our counter again, then put in the second piece of the dough. As you can see, it's soft. Then now we are going to take our rolling pin and roll together. Roll it out into a circular shape. Then you are going to make more tabaki. So here again, we're going to take our oil, spread it on the chapati, on the dough. Make sure every part is covered with oil. Then we're going to cut again into our shapes. You can use a knife, but a spoon also does the work very well, so you can still use it. So cut your pieces, then start rolling. Let's roll this together. I'm gonna put it on the side. Roll another one. Yeah, the first one was a little bit smaller, so we added a little piece so that it becomes the same level with the other ones. They're approximately the same size, as you can see. That was a little bigger, so we cut a small chunk, we put it aside. That one is also a little bit bigger. We also cut a little piece and put it aside also. You are cutting that one in advance, anticipating that it will also be a bit bigger. Yeah, we've added a little bit more. Also, we are putting that aside. We're going to continue the process until we finish. That piece was a little bit sticky, but don't mind it. Continue with the process. Let's continue the process. This one also is a bit sticky, so we're going to come for it later. This one is a bit smaller, so we're going to add the leftover pieces on top of it so that it's the same size as the others. Make sure that your working surface is dusted well with flour, or else your dough is going to stick on the counter. Then you're going to have a hard time removing your dough. So guys, we are through with making our tabaki, and we have quite a number of chapatis here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around 17 pieces. Now on to our next step. We are going to roll out our chapatis. Then we're going to go over to the stove and start cooking. So let's roll this out into a circular shape. You need practice so that you'll be able to produce circular shapes. If you're a beginner, you're gonna have a bit of a challenge, but as the time goes, with more practice, you're going to come out with perfect circles. So don't beat yourself up. Continue practicing. Let's continue rolling out. We have around 3 pieces ready. Our stove is ready. Our pan has already heated up. We've placed our first chapati in our pan. So we are going to allow it to cook. But let's get back to rolling our chapatis, more chapatis. So let's continue rolling as one of our chapati is cooking over the fire. So let's roll this out to a circular shape. Make sure your heat is on medium heat so that as you continue rolling your chapati that you left on the stove does not get burnt. So we are back, we're looking at it. You're going to increase the heat a little bit. As you can see, we've not yet added our oil. We want it to kind of roast for some few minutes. Then you're going to add the oil a bit later. We're back on our counter. Let's continue rolling our chapatis. You want them to be rolled out and be ready for cooking. So we're going to roll quite a number and just spread it over the counter as we continue with the cooking process. Yum. So now what we've done, we've picked a second piece of the chapati. We've added it on top of the previous one that was on the fire. We are cooking 3 pieces at a time, and this will help. It will help us finish faster. Still, you can just cook one chapati after the other, but that one takes a lot of time. So if you want to go faster, put in a little, around 3 to 4. Some people also cook 5 at a time, but 3 is just okay. So you're gonna increase a little bit of heat. Turn it over to the other side. It's roasted well. As you can see, it's dried up. And the one on top, now we flip it around to the opposite side. Let it cook for a few minutes. Then you're gonna flip this to the opposite side again and flip it again. You want to make sure that every side of the chapati has been roasted, if I may say, yeah. And you've cooked it without oil, yeah. And it's dried up. Now we want to start adding our vegetable cooking oil. I'm gonna remove that. So going to put our oil and spread it over one side of the chapo. Chapo is chapati, guys. Just make sure that it has spread all over. Then you're gonna flip it over. Then as you see, this has already been roasted. So you're gonna add the vegetable cooking oil and spread it all over again. This is how you cook 3 at a go. Just watch the process. The one below has already cooked. Then we're gonna flip it to the opposite side again. Yeah, guys, so delicious. As you see, it looks so beautiful. Yeah. Now we're gonna flip it again. The one at the bottom is already cooking, and you are spreading oil on the one on top. Gonna flip it and add oil. We're going to continue the process until all the 3 chapos are cooked. Let it cook for some few minutes. Then we're gonna flip it to get again. And now this on top has already cooked on both sides, so we're gonna remove it from the pan and have a receiving bowl for the finished product. Just control your heat as you go. So when it's already cooked, you're going to remove it. Then we're left with the last one. Just add your oil, spread it. When it's cooked, flip it so that this side also gets cooked. So we're going to continue this process until you finish all our chapatis, guys. See, it's nice and golden brown, and that's what you want. It looks so gorgeous. Give it some time to cook too. Then you're also going to remove it from the heat. Now it's cooked. You're going to remove it. So guys, this is the end product. Our chapatis are ready. We've rolled them together. Here they are. They look so yummy, so delicious, guys, and they look so soft. This is the end product, guys. this is our bread pan, chapatis. I'm so glad that you have watched from the beginning to the end, and I hope you learned something how to cook chapatis. Please do not forget to practice this recipe. Look at this, guys. I'm telling you, it's not a lie. See how soft they are. And the secret to soft chapatis is that you use hot water, very hot water, then you get very, very soft. See, they're tearing on their own. So soft, guys. Please try this recipe. You can serve chapati with anything. You serve ours with bean stew. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, and also don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching this video from beginning to the end. Thank you, guys. Bye.